All right, let's get to the piece de resistance.
All right.
Your new song with your band,
Yeah.
Mile High Rangers. This is called Spring Fever, and you co-wrote this with Cole Hill, correct?
That's right.
Who's the other like co-lead in your band, another phenomenal singer-songwriter. You want to tell us anything about the song? We're going to play a clip of it here.
Man, it's pretty simple. You know, I love all seasons. I really do. I don't think I have a favorite. If I had to choose between two, it probably would be fall and spring. For multiple reasons, living in Mississippi, obviously. But there is something about having a really harsh and cold winter and that first warm spring day, the grass is looking a little green. You're starting to see flowers pop up. You're starting to hear birds sing a little louder. It just, there's this euphoric feeling that you get, and it's like a rebirth. You know, that's what spring is. There's more of like an awakening, I guess. And I just kind of wanted to capture that feeling of, you know, even things like having allergies during the springtime. Like I think the song kind of lends. It's not psychedelic, but it's kind of got the whole spring fever thing. It's supposed to be kind of like this. You've been out, you've been freezing, you've been cold, but now there's just this newness about you. So it's about kind of shaking the frost off and, you know, putting one step in front of the other and just enjoying the process, enjoying the ride.
I mean, that was a great setup. And you talk about the winter in Mississippi. I know some people that aren't from here may be listening to this and being like, Mississippi, winter in Mississippi, being cold. Okay, here's the thing, guys.
Yeah.
Mississippi winters, even though they don't get, which, I mean, this last few years, we've actually had down into like the teens and almost getting down to zero. But even though it doesn't usually get that cold, the humidity down here is so terrible. It's a wet cold.
Yep.
And I actually know of people who moved down here for work from cold regions like Minnesota, you know, these places that you just automatically think like, oh, good grief, that's so cold. When winter hit in Mississippi, they ended up moving back home because it was too cold. Even though the temperature was still a lot warmer than what they were used to, just that wet. So
it's different.
It is. It's different. So when spring hits here,
you're excited.
Yes, 100%. All right, on that note, we are going to play a cut here. Probably hit the first verse and chorus. This is Spring Fever by the Mile High Rangers. Great vocal take, by the way.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Pull your hair down, it's coming around. The sunshine's kissing my skin in the ground. It's in the air, it's everywhere. The neighbors, they can't help but
You're painting a great picture. All right. That was great. That was great. We'll leave it there. Just a little taste. Yep. And you mentioned the psychedelia earlier. This song is just steeped in late 60s rock to me.
Yeah.
Like it's got different, it's pulling from different traditions, different sub divisions of that era of rock. And that particular riff there coming off that chorus, that down, 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 down. I don't know if you know this song. I can't even think of who the artist is. I think it was a one-hit wonder type deal. I have to double check that. But anyway, it's a song called Time Won't Let Me. Anyway, that riff reminds me of the melody of that song. And you had the harmonies there coming in the chorus. Very much almost had a Crosby, Stills, and Nash vibe going on.
That's great.
And
I love that.
I know you're a huge fan of Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Huge fan.
Yeah, I love this track. It's a throwback feel, and it's different from your previous release, which was y'all's first single, which was Blind Faith, another great track. But yet it's still in that same range that it's throwback.
Yeah.
And you can also hear those Southern influences, even though I wouldn't necessarily classify this one as much of a Southern country folk rock as the previous one, but you can still hear those same influences within Blind Faith. Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you did, consider supporting us on Patreon for the full episode. Subscribe to YouTube if you hadn't already, and we'll see you soon.
Can't have no words like that.